The Rogue Prince of Persia is a new rogue-lite game from the makers of the critically acclaimed Dead Cells DLC. The studio worked on both the Return to Castlevania and the Queen and the Sea DLC for Dead Cells. Essentially, this means we're in for quite a challenging yet brilliant game. If you're not sure where to position the Rogue Prince of Persia, here are 10 things you need to know about the game. First off, it is a roguelite. The infamous Prince did earn his reputation through risk-taking back in the day, which makes this roguelite adaptation the perfect match. If he is to save his city from the threat of the Hun, our prince must survive every battle along the way. Failure means death. Though resurrected by his mystical bowler with items and upgrades still in his possession, he restarts from the beginning of the game each time. The challenge is high from the very first run, rewarding players that welcome this sort of difficulty. Secondly, it's made by Evil Empire, the gods of Dead Cells DLC. Evil Empire is a French development studio that is known for its outstanding DLC expansions on the Dead Cell game, originally made by Motion Twin. Over the past 5 years, Evil Empire has built The Bad Seed, Fatal Flaws, The Queen and the Sea, and recently Returned to Castlevania. All are critically acclaimed. Evil Empire brings a ton of roguelike credentials to the Rogue Prince of Persia, meaning great things for this collaboration with Ubisoft. Thirdly, the prince is very acrobatic. The legendary Prince of Persia uses stunts to make life and death gameplay even more thrilling in the Rogue Prince of Persia. The prince wall runs, pole swings, and wall climbs between ledges to evade land surprise assaults. Every leap is a commitment, knowing that traps might be waiting below. Collapsing floors and slippery slopes urge the prince to keep moving at speed. Every stage is also a puzzle to solve with scarcely time to think. Evil Empire gets the control feeling just right so you can go with the flow. Fourth, we have the combat. Combat in the Rogue Prince of Persia is intense, since in every exchange, the prince could come off worse. Precision strikes are launched from a careful range, always with a shoulder vault or leap at the ready. The prince's twin daggers, spears, broadswords and axes have pros and cons to manage, better in some scenarios than others. Utility items that include shields, bows and grappling hooks all count towards your personal princely playstyle. At number 5, we have constantly getting better at the game. New or improved weapons and tools are claimed along each journey. They enable perks that boost damage, stun foes or assist in other ways, such as marking targets. Merchants offer some upgrades for a price, others are retrieved from hidden treasure chests around the stages. There are also medallions which trigger magical effects based on your actions. For example, Blazing Fracas sets fire to an area after an enemy is kicked. Only the rarest items fall from the bosses you kill. At number 6, we have that repetitive gameplay. Every playthrough is a new challenge in the Rogue Prince of Persia, with procedurally generated levels keeping players thinking on their feet, while certain actions within levels are pre-designed by Evil Empire. The order in which these encounters play out cannot be predicted. This roguelite trait emphasizes problem solving, combat prowess, and reaction speed. The Rogue Prince of Persia will never feel like a comfortable routine, instead you'll need to learn how to survive in style. At 7, we have the enemies. As the prince, you must protect his people from the hordes of wretched humans and diabolical beasts, led by the Hun chief Nogai. They may be dim-witted, but all are purposeful in their ways, making it vital to learn their attack patterns and behaviors. All of them are out to kill the prince, which makes it easier to lure them into traps. However, you need to keep in mind that enemies pack their own equipment, including grenades, arrows to pin him down, and various attacks from daggers, axes, and swords up close. It never pays to underestimate your foes. At number 8, we have the art style. With the sash streaming behind him like an Arabian fox's tail, the prince bounds into life through a colorful and smooth animation style. It is a departure from the pixel art strongly associated with the Dead Cell game, but it serves to put the oomph into every strike you land. At number 9, we have the music. Music in the Rogue Prince of Persia feels flowing, emotive and expansive. We can hear the grand interiors and stunning outdoor vistas through rhythm and sound. Persian-American artist Daniel Assadi is the composer responsible for this blend of traditional and modern music, which suits the action so well. It carries players forward, building a real sense of atmosphere while at the same time living up to the game's cutting-edge ambitions. At number 10, we have the early access. Fans of the roguelike genre and Prince of Persia, or ideally both, only have to wait until the 14th of May to begin their adventure. Evil Empire is introducing the Rogue Prince of Persia through Steam Early Access, inviting feedback to shape the future of this game. In the months following, new levels, enemies, bosses and weapons will be added to enrich the world and embellish the story from its hard stop point at launch.